Dr. Patty Ann Tubman with her Tuesday tips of advice. Great to have you back.
Good morning.
Are you ready for the first question?
I'm ready.
This one comes from Barb in New Windsor. Her question is, I really try to act grateful and be happy at work, but this time of year has so many work deadlines and constraints on my time, both at work and at home, that I hate to admit it, but I can get a little grumpy. Do you have any tips for me to stay positive and be grateful, especially during this busy time of year? Well, thankfully, Thanksgiving is just around the corner, so you can give thanks for a lot of things, right?
Exactly. So I'm really happy that Barb even cares enough to want to be grateful. So this is a great way to try to stay positive, and people around you will embrace it. Random acts of kindness. And it's really simple, but I urge you to not underestimate the power of simplicity. For example, first thing in the morning when you walk into work, if I say, "Good morning, how are you?"
I will respond and say, "Good morning, how are you? I'm well, thank you." You know, something like that. And
exactly. And
it makes me smile.
Exactly. It makes you smile, and smile. It costs you nothing, and the science shows that when you smile, you release all these endorphins. You feel good, and the people around you feel good.
That's true. Because when you frown, actually, you get more wrinkles, too.
You get more wrinkles, right?
Okay.
Right. So it's natural like Botox, right? The other thing you can do is the random acts of kindness. If you're going into the kitchen and you're getting yourself a cup of coffee, get another cup of coffee for another Java lover in your office. People will be so grateful. They will look up and be thinking, what is this person doing interrupting my work? And they will see the hot cup of coffee, and they will be really happy, and that will also make you feel good.
And that could create a domino effect. You do something nice for somebody, and that person tends to do something. And there's a commercial that sort of exemplifies that.
Absolutely. Just think about it. When you're at work, there's one person that everyone knows when they show up. Everybody gets happy, and everybody gets down. So if you're the person that's happy, you will surround yourself, and that will become infectious. Happiness can be contagious.
Absolutely.
The other really easy thing to do is to send somebody like a really funny or an inspirational emoji or a text or something, just random. Again, people will really appreciate it. They will be happy. It will make you happier. You still have your work to do, but it will take the grumpiness away.
And pay attention. Your fellow coworkers may be having a bad day, so if you see somebody like that, then do something for that person.
Exactly. Something simple that doesn't take a lot of time, because people love to say, I don't have time. You have time to be kind.
Yes. Words of encouragement, free. All right, our second question comes from Joe in Hartford. Joe says, my wife and I are saving for a house. How can we be generous during the holiday season without busting the bank?
Great question, and it comes up all the time, and it comes up in the new year when the credit card bills are due. Like, how did this happen? We always say we're going to be on budget. Whether you're saving for a house or not, these are some great budget-keeping tips for the holidays. Everyone thinks the first thing you should do is create a list. No! The first thing you should do is create a budget. And I mean an all-in budget, not just for gifts, but a budget also for decorations, for wrapping.
Can we actually put a dollar amount?
Absolutely. If you want to put a range, you can put a range, but it has to be reasonable. So have a number that you want to spend for the entire holiday Christmas season. Second, then you create your list. And when you have your list, think of gifts, think of decorations, think of cards, and you might even want to throw some food in there. And then budget accordingly. So for all my gifts, I want to spend X amount of dollars, okay? And then create an all-in gift. That means the substitute teacher, the tip for the mailman, your family, your spouse, your friends, all in. If you stick to the budget for each bucket of the holiday spending, chances are you won't go over it, because even if you go over in the gifts, then you might cut back.
I was going to say, if you do go over
else.
Should you take somebody off the list if you go over?
Usually what people tend to do is they impulsively add people onto the list, and that's why they go over. But if you do go over at the gifts, then you might want to cut back a little bit on the decorations.
Okay. Totally get that.
Right?
Great advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. And let's be grateful. We all have so much to be grateful for.
We all do.
We live in the best country in the world.
Thank you.